today for Caysen Allison. He's charged with murder in the stabbing of Joe Ramirez at Belton High School back in May of 2022.
News 10's Isabella Quintanilla was in the courtroom all day today. She has more from this first day of the trial.
The 146th District Court was packed today with families, friends, witnesses, and others, all who have been waiting nearly 3 years to learn the fate of now 21-year-old Caysen Allison. We first heard from the state prosecutors who are charging Caysen Allison with murder, saying he was intentionally cutting and stabbing Joe Ramirez, to which Allison pleaded not guilty. His defense attorneys then gave their opening statement, implying it was self-defense. Defense attorney Zachary Boyd told the jury, quote, Caysen was in the fight for his life, where he was jumped by 5 friends. We heard from 5 state witnesses today, including a 911 record custodian, the Belton ISD Director of Safety and Security, 2 teachers who saw the aftermath of the stabbing, and the school nurse. At the start of the trial, they played 5 911 calls from 2 staff members, 2 students, and a parent. In one of those calls, a girl identified Caysen, claiming she saw him running through the parking lot with a bloody nose. They then played security footage from several cameras showing Joe and 3 others walking into a bathroom, Caysen and another boy walking in shortly after. 5 boys, including Joe, then ran out of the bathroom and split up, with Caysen once again running out shortly after. We also saw footage of Joe running down the main hallway, bleeding onto the floor and then collapsing. Blood immediately began to pool as teachers and staff quickly surrounded him. Many of Joe's family and friends were in tears as they watched this all play out. One witness, the first to get to Joe, said, quote, his breathing was rapid and shallow. It appeared to me as if he had a punctured lung. Another witness, the school nurse, said they gasped when they cut open Joe's shirt, finding a gaping wound across his left chest. She also shared that a student that had been in the bathroom was brought to the nurse's office and was on the phone with his mom saying, quote, Caysen stabbed Joe. Reporting in Belton, Isabella Quintanilla, KWTX, News 10.
So before I start this video, I like to thank Donya_news on TikTok for this story. So you got this story, and I told you I have one more story to do after this, but you have this story, and Caysen Allen allegedly was doing self-defense in the fatal deletion of Joe Ramirez, and this incident happened in Texas. Now, the difference between Caysen Allison's situation and Carmelo Anthony's situation is that Carmelo Anthony didn't bring the knife in the school grounds. He didn't bring the knife, in school policy or school property. Caysen Allison did. And guess what? Silence. Crickets. And see, the thing of it is that he stabbed Joe Ramirez inside the Belton High School, and witnesses saw Caysen Allison run with a. You heard what one witness said. She saw him running away with a bloody nose, and you saw Joe Ramirez collapse and then delete it. But yet we always focusing on a Carmelo Anthony case, right? That he hasn't have rights to have self-defense. But yet there's stories like this, that this is a white boy who's been allegedly attacked and then used a knife. This is inside the school, inside the school grounds, that he brought a knife to school. And with Carmelo Anthony, the incident happened outside of the school grounds, at a park. So you see, we acting like we're morons. A lot of people do not, in the mainstream media, knew about this story. They knew about what happened, but they choose not to report it, or they silence, or crickets. And another story, I'm going to get to that in a second, is another story that came out, is when another boy was accused of deleting his parents. And I'm going to explain why I brought these 2 stories up in a second. But I'm telling you right now, we always focus on race. We always focus on Carmelo Anthony. Did he bring a knife to school? Did he did this, did that? And then turns out that Carmelo Anthony, the incident that happened outside of the school grounds at a park. This situation of the Caysen Allison situation, he brought the knife to school. He brought it and then he stabbed and deleted Joe Ramirez inside that school. So what are you gonna explain then? But you ain't gonna have conservative Republicans or far right talk about this story. And there's other stories like that when white kids delete people. And again, I'm about to talk about another case when this white boy deleted his parents. So let me know what you think about this in the comments.